When did you get back?
Yesterday.
Ah,
Yeah,
how was the weather there?
cold,
Oh gosh.
cold and miserable.
Oh gosh.
This is
Ah,
But typical for January.
it is what it is, right?
That's right. Can't change it.
Yeah. I also grew up back east, and I remember days it would snow. You go out and shovel the snow, and when you're done, you go shovel it again. It's like
Right. Because if you don't, it starts raining and then it freezes.
that, yeah, becomes ice. But it's funny here. It rains a little bit. Oh, people can't go to shul. I can't go to
It
shul,
clo
but there it could be
it
a
closes
blizzard.
down.
People go. It's like it's so different.
Uh, yeah, yeah.
This was an older brother of yours.
Younger.
Oh, younger. Oh, so sorry.
Suddenly, it's just like he went to sleep and then
Really?
he got,
Oh
yeah,
no.
yeah, like
Wow. Let's see what I'm done.
where are we on
Yeah,
109?
yeah, 109.
Mishnah?
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
Yeah.
Uh, oh, he's there.
Hello. Hi, Gabe. Haven't seen you in a
Baruch
while.
Hashem.
You were out of town?
I was out of town. I was in Toronto.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, Abe's brother passed away. I don't know if you saw Johnny.
Who?
Abe's brother passed away.
Oh,
I don't know if you
oh,
saw
oh,
the texts.
oh. Yeah. I mean, I sent
You did.
something. I'm
You
sorry.
did. You did. You did. Yeah.
Okay. My condolences in any case.
Thank you. Thank you.
Mario, you're muted.
Yes,
Hi,
welcome
Mario.
back
How are
and
you?
Thank you.
be both by enemies.
Hmm. Which area of Toronto? In Viewmont area?
Yeah, we were sitting sure actually in that area. Yeah.
Where?
My niece's house. She
Okay.
lives on Lawrence and
Oh, Lawrence and Bathurst around?
between Bathurst and Marley.
Oh, okay. In the neighborhood.
Yeah.
Not in Thornhill.
No, not on the other side.
Do they still have in Israel is still there?
The what?
The yeshiva in Israel
Yeah,
is still.
yeah. It's all the way up north.
Yeah, I know.
So the Jews have moved out, the Muslims have moved in.
Oh, yeah. I guess they're doing what we did
Everybody.
dozens of years ago. Move in.
Yeah.
Marina, vamos.
Hell, did you see that? That thing from that they put out for Stefanski's Daf, this little thing. It's in the IHP Torah and more. You get that? Yeah, I can hear you, but you saw it. You saw it. It's very funny. Anyhow, no worries, Ernie.
It's funny.
It's funny, no?
Yeah, who does all this stuff for him? I guess he has
He
people.
has somebody who does it. Yeah, he has
Very good job.
they do it,
I just wonder how difficult it is to do. Someone said you think it's so complicated. It's really not that complicated to do the AI stuff.
It's like anything else. If you have the tools,
Right.
it's easy to do the same thing, how do you build something or whatever? You got the proper tools. It's not that
Right.
difficult.
Yeah.
The thing is to get the proper tools. I think that's the key.
I remember many, many years ago, my brother-in-law in Brooklyn, he needed computers. He had like a little store. He didn't want to use any computers in the store. Oh, I don't need it. I don't need it. And he became a dinosaur. He couldn't function. Couldn't function. He insisted, I'm not going to learn how to use a computer.
Yeah, I know. I remember myself in the business when the first started computerizing everything or automating things. At the beginning, I used to be, it's just whatever. I already know what to do. Whatever. Eventually, you have to do it because it gets more complicated.
Yeah. Oh, I have to go feed my horse. I'll be right back. I'm reading a book about the 20s in New York City, and people still had horses and buggies, even in the 20s.
Oh, wow.
They still had. Crazy.
Oh, wow. Mario, we had them in Uruguay, the horses and the carriages.
You did?
Also,
you had a horse?
Yeah.
Is that how you got
I didn't have. I'm saying that you saw them on the street.
On the street.
Yeah.
When I was growing up, they had Amish Dutch in my neighborhood, and a lady used to come every Friday with a horse and buggy to deliver eggs.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, but the horse would get scared sometimes with all the cars. It wasn't good for the horse.
Yeah.
But that's how they came.
Well, that's not the problem. The problem is the horses do whatever they have to do
they
everywhere.
do. Yeah. But in San Francisco, they solved it. They have the people do it now.
Oh.
Yeah.
They solved.
Okay, but there's nobody there with a plastic bag and a pick it up.
Yeah, because nobody wants to work.
That's the problem.
Ernie?
Somebody text him, please.
I will text him. I'm sure he didn't forget.
You don't have to write anything about the word NU and a question mark.
Okay. NU.
No.
Question mark.
And now he doesn't say,
you did it? You
I'm
did it,
connecting
Johnny?
now.
What?
You did it, Johnny?
Now.
No, I didn't do
No,
it.
I did.
He
I
will
just did
answer that.
I did it. Okay.
If you want, I can reinforce it, but that's it.
Johnny will write no. You have to do it on his messages, not on WhatsApp.
Oh. He doesn't read the WhatsApp?
No.
He's joining now.
Yes?
He's joining now. So about 5 minutes.
Okay, that's what I told you.
Okay.
See, this Mamdami, the first thing he does is get rid of definition of anti-Semitism. He's so
Yeah,
It's unbelievable.
yeah, but Schumer was at the inauguration.
Schumer did what? He ran away.
He was in the inauguration.
Schumer was there,
Yeah,
and
and Bernie.
Sanders, yeah,
Bernie, he gave him to swear. The
yeah,
Bernie.
Bernie, that give to swear on a
on the New Testament,
Quran. No, on the
Quran.
Quran. He swore on the Quran.
worse than that.
I swear at the Quran.
And they did it in a tunnel. I don't know.
So did
They
Obama.
did it in a tunnel.
Yeah,
Subway tunnel. It was a
No way.
subway station, no?
yeah, in a tunnel.
In an abandoned subway station.
Yeah. You know what that means.
Yeah, I know. Wow.
That's
Crazy.
His name is Mamzerdami.
Exactly.
Incredible.
We need to do that. The amazing fact there's 22,000. There's 22. How many?
Well, there's something. You
22%. 22. York's population is Muslim. 22% of New York's population is Jewish. Now you know what's going on. 22%.
And what percent is Muslim?
2. 22.
Walter, your Wi-Fi breaks down.
Okay, we're on Kuf Test 109. Echad Kochim Ksherim, completely valid korbanos. Echad Kochim Psulim. If the korban is puzzle in Shahaya Psulim B'Kodesh, where the invalidation occurred in the base of Mikdash, for example, somebody touched it, they took it out. It was done with a not improper machshava. That's all called psulo b'kodesh. What's the nafkamina? That in those kind of invalidations, if you threw the korban up on the mizbeach, you wouldn't have to take it down. This is in contradistinction to an invalid korban, which is psulo shelo b'kodesh. For example, it's an esnan zona, right? It was used to pay a zona for her wages, or it's a non-kosher animal, or it was a hybrid, or it was a Yotzei Dofen. That means it was completely invalid from the time that they were magnishin. Those cases, if you put it on the Mizbeach, you take it down. So if a korban is valid, at least to the extent where it would not be taken down, v'hikrivim b'chutz, and you offered it outside, chayiv, you chayiv kares. Not only that, says the Mishnah, malak kazayis mina ola. You don't have to be makar of the whole korban, even a kazayas of an ola, and the Mishnah's point here is, let's say you have a half a kazayas of meat and a half a kazayas of emurin. Now, by an ola, everything is offered on the mizbech inside. So therefore, if you offer it on the mizbech outside, you're bachutz, you're also chay. Torah Asher yale ola, ein li ele oila. Now, the meat of an osham is eaten, but the emurim is offered on the mizbeach. So, if you offer a murim of an osham outside, or v'emure chatas, or emure kotche kotchim, any of the emurim of the kotche kotchim, v'emure kotche kalim, or the emurim of a shlomim, or b'chor meiser and pesach, which are also placed on the mizbeach, tamad lomar zevach. That even if you are male those things on an outside mizbech, you're chayiv chatas. Minayin l'rabos hakoymates v'alavoina. When you do kmitz on a mincha, that's put on the mizbech to burn. V'aktoris. The Ktoris is burnt. U'minchas kohanim. The complete mincha that a kohen brings. U'minchas kohen moshech, the kohen gadol. V'amenasech shlosh shlugin yain shlosh shlugin mayim. Yain and water are poured on the mizbech. So all of these are examples of things that you pour on the mizbech. If you pour it on a mizbech outside, you can be chayiv. Talmud loymar V'al Pesach Ol Moed lo Yivienu. Anything roy to be brought to Pesach Ol Moed and to be offered, you should not offer on an external mizbeach. Kol habala Pesach Ol Moed chayav no b'chutz. V'yein li ela kodshay ksherim. These are valid korbanos. Minayin l'rabois psulin. How do I know that if I offer a korban that is invalid, I'm also chayiv kigon halon? Like what? If you left a korban beyond 24 hours, that's lon. V'hayotze, you took it out of the yazor. V'atome, it became tome. Or nishchat chutz zman chutz komo. You shechted it with an improper machshava chutz zman chutz komo. Or kiblu psulin v'zarkos damo. Invalid, a non-Kohen did the Kabbalah and did the Zrika. You notice, all of these invalidations are invalidations that take place within the Beis HaMikdash. V'aniton lamata shnason lamala. Or korban that the blood was supposed to be thrown below the line, you threw it above, or vice versa. V'aniton lamala shnason lamata. V'aniton b'chut shnason b'fnim. You have dam that's supposed to be put on the mizbech outside, you put it on the inside in the heichal. Or anitanim b'fnit shenatan b'chutz, blood that was supposed to be applied on the inside that you applied outside. Or pesach v'chatas sheshachton shelo lishma, a pesach and chatas that was shechted shelo lishma, which is invalid. Minayin, that if these things are offered on an external mizbeach, that you're chayv v'chatas, Talmud lamer lo yivienu lasois. Anything that is otherwise fit, that would not be taken off the mizbech, even if it was put on it not lechatchila, you're chayiv for that if you offer it outside. Okay. The Mishnah said, Amala kazayis min ha'ola. Oh, tomorrow the daf will be at 7 o'clock, and Sefer Esther will be at 8 o'clock. Amala kazayis min ha'ola. Even a kazayis. Ola, and you even if you had a half a kazayis meat, half a kazayis emur in there, mitzaref to a kazayis. Ola ve'emureyan in, shlomim ve'emureyan lo. Now, gentlemen, the meat of a shlomim is eaten. It's not put on the mizbeach. So if you have a half a kazayis of shlomim meat and a half kazayis of emur in, they're not mitzaref because the shlomim is not offered. Only the emurim is offered. Tanina la de ton rabban. The Gemara will bring a baraisa. Oila ve'emurem itzarf in the kazayis lahalon bachutz. Half a kazayis of meat of an ola, which is burnt, and half a kazayis of the emurin are mitzaref to give you a kazayis that if you offer it on the mizbeach outside, you're chayiv chatas. And then the Gemara says something. The baraisa says something different. U'lachayiv aleh mishum pigul noiser v'tamei. That if you take a half a kazayas of meat of a shlomim and a half a kazayas of a murim, you're not chayiv pigul noiser v'tamei. So the Gemara says, Bishmalos oila de kolil in shlomim lo. I understand by halos bachutz, putting on a mizbeach outside, an ola meat is also completely burnt on the mizbeach inside. So the analogous case, if you burn it on the outside, you're chayav. So and there's hitztarfus between the meat and the emor. But what the Gemara doesn't understand, elapikul noiser v'tam. Now, an ola and a shlomim, both of them could become pikul if you have machshavas chutz zmano. They can become noiser, become tummy. Normally, if you eat a kazayas of a korban, you're chayav kares. So what's the difference between ola and a shlomim? It's the meat of a shlomim can become pikul, the emurim of the meat can become pikul and noiser, and if someone tamei touches it, you can't eat it. So why shouldn't you have it starfus, half a kazayas meat, half a kazayas emurim of a shlomim, that you're also chayiv? Vatnan, In fact, there's a Mishnah called a pigulim mitzdarfin, called a nosar mitzdarfin. If something is pigul or noiser, they're mitzdarif to give you the prohibition. Kasha pigul a pigul, kasha noiser a noiser. Pigul a pigul loy kasha. The place that tells you kan bepigul where you're chayiv if you eat kazayis of pigul, yeah, then both the meat and the emurim of a shlamim can be mitzdarif. But kan b'machshev is pigul. If you have in mind to burn a kazayis emurim, chutz lizmanu, then of course creates pigul. But if you have in mind to burn a kazayis, half a kazayis of emur and half a kazayis of a shlami meat is not burnt on the mizbeach; it's eaten. So they're not mitzdaref if you have a machshavas pigul regarding them. Similar to noiser like kasha, kan benoiser. That means if you eat a korban that became noiser, then if you eat a half a kazayis of shlami meat, half a kazayis of emur, yes, you're giving me kares. Kan kishni tochu achlon izrak adam. Here it does something else. Let's say you have a korban and you didn't throw its blood, you didn't do zrika, and you leave it over. Now, it won't become noiser. Now, even when you do this, there's no noiser unless you did zrika. Let's say a kazayas remains, and you did the zrika, because you can't do the zrika unless there's a kazayas. Here, half a kazayas of the meat and half a kazayas of emurim cannot be mitzdarif to allow you to do the zrika. And therefore, since you didn't do a valid zrika, there's no noiser. Umani Rabbi Yeshua, the Tanya, Rabbi Yeshua Omer, Kol Zevachim Shabbat Shinishtai Men Kazayis Basar. Any korban that a kazayis basar is left over, or kazayis chaylev, zorika sadam, you're allowed to do zrika sadam. Chatzi zayis basar for chatzi zayis chaylev. So basar is not offered on the mizbeach. Eino zorika sadam. Rabbi Yeshua says, therefore, chatzi zayis basar, chatzi zayis chaylev are not mitzdarif to do zrika. But ba'oila, yeah, chatzi zayis basar, chatzi zayis chaylev, zarika sadam, and they should kula kolil. By an ola, all the meat is offered on the mizbech as well. Mincha, afilu kul kayemis lo yizrok, because there's no blood by a mincha. So the Gemara wants to know, mincha, my havidite. What are you talking about a mincha? There's no zrik, there's no blood. We're talking about a mincha that is coming along with an animal korban. So let's say none of the meat remains, only the mincha. Well, the mincha is not part of the animal, so it doesn't permit you to do zrika sadam if the only thing left of that korban is the mincha itself. Okay. Mishnah. Akoymates. When you do kmitz on the mincha, valavoina, the spice on the mincha, vaktoires, which is offered on the mizbech. Minchas kohanim, which is completely offered on the mizbech. Minchas kohen mashiach, the same thing. Uminchas tesachim, the wine libation. Shehikriv me'achas me'en kazayis b'chutz. Here, all you need is a kazayis, according to Tanakam, that if you offer it outside, on the mizbech you're chayiv chatas. Rabbi Eliezer reported about sheyakriv is kula. Kazayis is not enough, according to Rabbi Eliezer. You need to be makriv everything you have. Kulan shehikriv bifnim. If you offered these things, but not all of it, v'shayim and kazayis, you left the kazayis v'krivim b'chutz, and you offered that bachutz, even Rabbi Eliezer will say you're chayiv chatas. Kulan shechasru koshu, the kriva bachutz potter. If these things have become deficient somehow, and you offer them outside, you're potter. Hamakriv kochim v'emurim bachutz. If your makriv meat of kochim or the emurim bachutz, you're chayav chatas. Ton rabbanon. Hamakter kezayis bachutz chayiv. The Tanakama of our mission, this price says, if you just offer a kezayis outside of the ketoires, you're chayiv. Chatzi pras bifnim potter. If a person burns half of a pras inside of the ketoires, you're potter. Now I don't understand. My potter zar? What do I mean? A non-Kohen who burns half a pras is not chayiv as a non-zar? Well, amai haktorihi. He's burning a ketoires. He's not a Kohen. Amrav Zayim Rav Chizda Rav Yirmiyah Barav Amarav. My potter tzibur. The tzibur has fulfilled its obligation to burn Torahs with half of pras. And we're talking about a Kohen, not a non-Kohen, who burned less than the full amount that you're supposed to burn. Amrav Zer, ikashli hakashli. You want to have a problem with the Brisa? This is what I have a problem. Hadu Amarav Allah, wa'afilu Rabbi Elazar moide. That normally, Rabbi Elazar said, you can't offer a kazayas bachutz to be chayiv kars. You got to do the whole thing. But here, Rabbi Elazar is moide that if a kohen burns even a half a pras of ketoris, the tzibur fulfills its obligation. Why? The Rabbi Lavaktori Kamar. It's not a complete burning. Burning the ketoris on the mizbech azav in the eichel, even a kazayas is enough for the tzibur to mekayim its chiyuv. Ki pligi baktor bifnim. We're talking about offering the ketoris on Yom Kippur in the Kodesh Kadoshim. The Marsav Ramaloch Hofna of Dafka. Rabbi Eliezer says he needs 2 handfuls. He can't have less than that. Umarsav Ramaloch Hofna of Lav Dafka. The Chachamim said you don't need the full amount. Amalei Abaye Chuka. Vakiksiva Chuka Baktor Difnimu Dichsiv. It says chok. And if it's chok, it's got to be the full amount. El Amar Abaya Baktor Bifnim Klamalo Pligi, that you need the 2 handfuls. Ki pligi baktor the chutz. We're talking about if you took on Yom Kippur ketoris and you burned it outside the base of Mikdash. Mar savar yalfina pnim mechutz. We learn burning in the Kodesh Kadoshim to the outside. Madoch, if you burn it in the Kodesh Kadoshim, you need the 2 handfuls, and therefore if you makriv less than that bachutz, you're not going to be chayiv. Umar savar lo yalfina. That's the way Abaye learns. Do we not learn chutz michutz? They don't learn chutz michutz, meaning we don't learn dinim about applying something in the mizbeach hazav in the heichal to the mizbeach hachutz outside. Pnimi chutz mebod, and there's certainly no shaila that we're not going to learn a connection between that which goes on the Kodesh Kodeshim and the outside of the Azara. Now, Mahi, where is Rava getting this? The Tanya. Yachol amala pochot mikazayis koimitz. I might think that if you're a makriv less than the kazayis of the koimitz, upochos mikazayis semurin, or vamanasach pochos mishosh lugan yayin, or migimel lugan mayin, that if you offer these things outside, you would be chayiv Talmud Lamer la so. Ala sholim chayiv, ve'eno chayiv ala chaser. It needs to be sholim, not deficient. However, why are you calling it deficient? Hapachos mishosh lugin this becomes zaysi. less than 3 lug, there's many kazesim, but the loyalty rabbanon chutz michutz. If you pour less than 3 lug outside, you're not chayiv, because we don't learn the din from one mizbeach to the other mizbeach. Otherwise, it would work, just like if you burn a kazayas of emurim outside. Amarava, kigon de kavinu shnei chatzoin pras b'mana. You were magdish 2.5 pras of ketoris in a kli shoris, and we'll see what being magdish the kli does for that amount of toris. One mandarim will learn one way, the other mandarim will learn the other way. Okay. Good Shabbos, everybody. Tomorrow night, 7 o'clock. Good Shabbos.
Shabbat shalom.
Shabbos.